In this video, I'm going to go over all the route concepts and plays that beat the meta coverages in Madden 23. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, so the first play we're going to go over is cover 2 man and the plays that can exploit cover 2 man. We are in the Steelers playbook, and the first play we're going to go over is called shot fade cross in the tight doubles formation. Now again, in cover 2 man you have 2 high safeties and everybody else is man underneath. So at some point you need to put your players in a position to win one-on-one matchups. And the way you do that is putting them on the right routes and calling the right plays. Crossing routes, anything with cuts. But one route I want to show you, especially in this base play, is this vertical fade route on the left side by square. Now, when you want to throw the ball deep against cover 2 man, you want to throw it either between the 2 safeties or away from the safeties near the sideline. And this route right here by square is going already away from the left safety, and it's a great route against any man defense, especially cover 2 man. I'll show you right now. I mean, he really just beats his corner, gets behind the safety, right, like just like this, but he drops the ball. I'll do it one more time. Just like that, boom. And one thing that you could do is you could put triangle on a go, and you can put Smith on a slant, motion the running back into a trips formation, and then put him on a slant, and that creates the crossing route still, all while having a kind of like a runoff route by triangle to get square even more open. And I'll show you that right now. Boom, right there, even more open than the play that I showed you previously. And I just want to show you the instant replay on this. So triangle went on a go. He wanted to his goal right here is to occupy this safety, and he does that. You can see that he is shaded more towards this seam route, and this leaves the vertical fade route wide open in the end zone like you see here. And again, we still have these crossing routes in the middle of the field that should still be pretty open. I mean, if you have some pretty good receivers, like right here, that's just a dart, that's a first down. So you still have those crossing routes that could beat cover 2 man. I just love this play, especially if you're having trouble against man-to-man. This route, that vertical fade route, really could get open. I want to show you that one more time because it hasn't worked tremendously. And there we go, right there. Tutty. So that's the first play I wanted to go over against cover 2 man. And that play is really a good kind of like a one-play touchdown play. If you really need a touchdown, boom, right there. I mean, this works. I do it a lot when my opponent is playing man defense. So that's the first play. The next play we're going to go over is called flood drive. In flood drive, your first read is always going to be that corner route. But something I like to do is put him in open space. I don't want another wide receiver on that side. So something I might do is actually put X on a go, square on a slant, and O on a zig. And I might put the running back on an out route, but I might just block him to make sure I have extra time. And this corner routes in Madden are very tough to guard, and this route, especially if you have a good receiver right there, he should get open every time. I mean, the shade that right now the linebacker is covering him, and he's giving him a free release with inside shade, so this corner should still be open, just like that. Dart, just like that. I mean, that was still tight coverage, but we're still able to fit it in there. On the back side on this, when you have that slant, you have that zig route, and you have that go, then block the running back, that tight end could also be open. You might need to freeform pass it between the safeties, but I'll show you that right here. Yep, right there. Just between the safeties, 20-yard gain right there. So another thing I might do as well, I actually might put square on a slant, X on a go, and then Smith on a zig, and block the running back. And with this, you have that slant coming across the middle and that corner route. And the reason I like this slant is because usually the user is going to be like, you know, a linebacker or even maybe the safety. And if a safety comes down, you're going to have the corner route, you're going to have that go route. And if he doesn't come down, you're probably going to have that slant route. Let's watch. Yeah, see that slant route? Wide open. Pretty fast receiver. Good gain right there. The next play I want to go over with you is PA post cross in the doubles formation. This is a very good play. I love the dig route. With your best receiver on the outside to the left running that dig route, he's open a lot of the time. And if he's not open, you're going to have that triangle crossing route. And I just love this route concept. As you'll see here, the corner or the dig should be open, just like that right there. AJ Brown, that's all day. Now let's watch that triangle route and see if he can get open across the field. This is one of my favorite routes as well. We're gonna pass lead him a little bit. Right there, baby. Almost broke a tackle for a touchdown. And I mean, this is very tough to guard. I mean, if you run this once and now the user is about to be like, oh, I'm gonna go guard that dig that he threw to, then you have that triangle route. And if he guards that crossing route, you're gonna have the dig route. Something you can also do, you can also put Smith on a go, just to see what that safety does. Get him out of the way a little bit right there, gets triangle wide open. Now for the last play I'm going to show you, it's bench in the tight doubles formation. And the best thing I like to do against cover 2 man, because what is open in cover 2 man? The middle of the field between the safeties, especially deep down the field. So I'm going to motion that corner route, and I'm actually going to motion him all the way over and make him now on a post. Now what is that going to do? I'm actually going to put O on a go here. And now that looks really weird. That looks very weird. But that safety's not going to know what the heck to do. Goddard's going to be open. You're going to have triangle open. And I might put square on a dig just for a check down, and I might block the running back. Now watch triangle. Boom, right there. Tutty. It's a dot now. It's a dot. And one thing you can do to make that, less of a risky throw, I'll show you right now. We're going to motion him over. We'll put square on a go, try to occupy that left safety, and we might actually, and honestly, you don't need to put O on a go if you don't want to. You can actually just put him on a slant if you want. Maybe you just want to do something like that with the running back, or make him go on an out. But you'll still have that open pass lead in the middle of the field right there. So that's open all day. If you have a user there too, I mean, you could also have that tight end. If the user is guarding that post route, look at this slant route, pass lead him a little bit, that's wide open. And right here, I mean, he has one step on this guy. It has to be a dot as well. But if you highball this to Goddard, I bet he'll catch that. All right, so the next play we're gonna go over is exploiting cover 3, and we invite cover 3. If someone continues to play cover 3 against you, you better score 50 after you watch this video. Now, how can you exploit cover 3 defense? What is open? I'll tell you that right now. Flood concepts, and I'll get into that probably the first play. Seam routes, and then a comeback concept that I want to show you that not many people run, but works very efficiently against any cover 3. So the first play we're going to go over is flood drive in the gun tight doubles formation. Something that I'll do here, I'm going to motion Goddard and make a trips look to the left, and now I'm going to put him on a flat, and that just makes a flood concept. In this corner route, in this flood concept, will be wide open. You just gotta let it develop for a little bit. Just like that, wide open. Highball it, boom, 2 feet. Now why is that open? Let's go to the instant replay. The reason flood concepts work against cover 3 so well, this flat route needs to be respected by this guy's zone. He's in a purple zone, he's in a curl flat. He sees a flat, he's like, all right, I gotta respect that. But what he doesn't know is that right behind him is a corner route. So you can see this wide open space gives you a lot of room to throw the ball, and this go route is now occupying this deep quarter or third zone, which leaves all of this open space for you to throw it in. Now one thing you can do, a lot of good users will cover this corner route manually by using this guy or whatever. That's fine, because guess what? If you have a guy coming across the field like you do in this play, you can just hit him right here for easy 5-10 yards if you break the tackle, or you can hit this flat route real quick, and that's another 5 to 10 yards. You just go up the field. Now, one thing you can also do in a play like this, you can hit that running back really quick, right there, easy couple of yards. But when you hit that route, you kind of want to be more spread out to give the running back more room. So what I might do, I might motion that tight end out, I put him on a slant, this guy on a go, or O on a go, and then put R1 on a wheel route, and you'll see, I mean, you hit him quick, it's an easy couple of yards right there. If it's a 4th down, your opponent's playing a lot of cover 3, guess what? 4th and short, that's easy all day, just like you see right here. Whoop, and then we make a move, and we go. Now in this play that I'm about to show you, it can really work in any type of pass play, in doubles, trio, probably not bunch, but we're going to go ahead and go to trio, and we're going to go ahead and pick PA deep cross. So all I want you to do here is put circle on a comeback route, triangle on a go, and square on a flat. Now how will this exploit cover 3? Well, that flat route is going to make the purple zone, the curl flat, respect the flat route, and he'll come down on that. All you need is a little bit of space. But that triangle route, the go route, will make that deep third safety respect the go route and will leave the comeback route wide open, like you'll see in this. Boom. You definitely want to throw this too right after he makes that cut. I'll show you right now. You don't want to wait too long. So right when he breaks off right there, that's when you want to throw it, because look at all this space. And when he's cutting off right here, this gives, if you wait too long, this will give this curl flat more time to defend that route. So if you break it off right there and you throw it right when he breaks it off, that's going to be an easy gain right there, easy first down. And of course, against cover 3, seam routes are also open. Right after they get past those linebackers, you know, you're going to have triangle here on that seam route. You'll have a route coming across the field that will be open, but it all depends on where the user is going to be guarding. Let's say the user is guarding triangle. Now we want to give it to square. I mean, this should be open all day, just like that. So the seams are open, but you want to make sure either to hit them really quick before the linebackers get to them, or after they get to the linebackers. Like after they get past the linebackers, you can highball it and they'll catch it over their head every time. So now we're going to go over how you can beat one of the meta blitzes, which is DB Fire Blitz. It's such a good blitz. A lot of people use it. It is one of the metas. But there's simple ways that you can exploit it, and it's still a very good play. You know, it's not going to work every time, just like, you know, it's football, it's Madden, not every play is going to work, but here are some plays that will give you some success. So we are in the doubles formation, and we're going to go to Y sail first. And the blitz is actually called DB Fire 2, not blitz. So what you see right here, we have a dig, we have a hitch, we have a flat route, a corner route, and a go. But what we're going to do to try to exploit this coverage, for one, you kind of got to block right, and I'll show you that. But first, we're going to put Goddard, we're going to motion Goddard over, and we're going to put him on a go. We're going to put square on a go, and then triangle on a flat route. We're going to block the running back. We're going to shade the O-line to the left, and then ID the Mike over here, which is just the blitzer. And then we'll just have a crossing route going across the field, a slant with Devontae Smith. But your first read on this is going to be square, and you might need to pass form it to the left, away from that safety. That's also what X is there for, that go route down the middle of the field to occupy that safety. There's 2 high safeties in this blitz. And then we have 2 hard flat zones. And that flat route by triangle is attempting to occupy those hard flat zones so they don't go with the square route. There you go. That's a tutty right there, right to AJ Brown. You know, you got to let it develop a little bit. That hard flat is actually of a cloud flat, so he does go with that go route a little bit. But once he sees that flat route coming across his face, he's going to be like, okay, now I got to respect that. He's going to stop his feet. He's going to let the go route go. And that one safety has it go on the right side and left side of him. So he needs to pick what one. And the CPU usually picks the one that's right down the middle. Show you that one more time. So we're going to motion Goddard over, put him on a go, triangle on a flat, square on a go, block the running back, shade the protection to the left, ID the blitzer on the right, put O on a slant, and we're going to try to go get square again. Got him. Same thing, very identical. That's one play that can beat DB Fire Blitz for an easy touchdown, easy big pass play. But let's go on to the next play. So now we're in the tight doubles formation, and we're going to go to bench. You can kind of run any pass play in that formation with this play that I'm about to show you. But what we're going to do, we're going to block the running back, and we're going to put him on the left side. Then we're going to put him on a wheel route. But we're going to motion him down to the trip side. Then we're going to put we're going to put square on a flat route and triangle on a go route. And then we want an extra blocker just because we know they're blitzing. We know our opponent is blitzing the hell out of us, and we need extra blockers. And right now it's an empty set, which is not good against a blitz, especially a meta blitz. So we're going to block the tight end. The key to this play is time. If you can somehow get your quarterback some time, you'll have this wide open for a touchdown. Now, what we're going to do here, in case you don't have time, we're going to put that O receiver on a little drag just for a check down route. But you'll see that this R1 route is wide open if you have time. Right there, we have time, touchdown. I mean, this play, you kind of got to treat it like one of the cover two mans, the cover two man defense, because there's two high safeties, and they're covering the deep half of the field. So they can't cover all these go routes, you know? They're covering just halves of the field. When they see a go route coming right towards them, they're not going to be covering the go route or the wheel route to the sideline. So that's how you can exploit this coverage, but I want to go over one more play with you that will exploit the middle of the field. So we are in the bunch formation, and we're going to go to deep corner. So on this play against the DB Fire 2 blitz, what you're going to do is block the running back, you're going to put R1 on a go, and you're going to also put square on a go. And your read right here is circle, that post route. But before we do that, we want to make sure the blocking is good. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide the protection to the right, and then we're going to ID the blitzer on the left side. That should give you extra time. Now what you're going to do, you're going to wait a couple seconds, try to get extra time, and you'll have O wide open down the field for a touchdown right between those safeties. And it is one dot of a throw. Your opponent's not even going to know what the hell just happened. But let's look at the instant replay and why that worked. What we see here is that go route is occupying this safety. He continues to backpedal just while this post route is right under that go route, and look at this open space, and that's where the dot comes in. Your goal is to put this right here, where this guy isn't fast enough to get it, this guy's covering this deep route, so you just need to dot this ball right here like we did, maybe even deeper, right there. That's it. That's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that, beautiful. So that's the play, and that's all the plays that I have for you in this video for DB Fire 2, but let's go to spinner. So what makes spinner so good is that the rush gets there so fast. You don't have time to pass it deep down the field, so we need to find ways to combat that. So the first play I'm going to go to, which is a play that I've gone to a lot in this video, but you don't run it the same way every time, and that's why the opponent won't know that you're running it. So flood drive, we're going to pick first out of the tight doubles formation against spinner. But the first thing I want to show you about spinner is that there always is one receiver that is not covered by anyone. And it's usually the running back. Depending on, I mean, if you're in empty or if you're in trips, I mean, it can change, but usually it's the running back. So I want to show you something. If your opponent doesn't make any adjustments, you have a touchdown with your running back. Right there. No one's covering. That's a touchdown. And then you just did like 5 flips in the air. That is something that you should, if you see that your opponent is running spinner a lot, even if you think he's running it the first play of the game, because sometimes people do that, just try it. If he's guarded, take the sack. Take the sack. Why not? Take the sack, 5 yards, who cares? It's the beginning of the game, 2nd 15. Then next play, if he's running spinner again, this is what you're gonna do. So one thing I wanna do against spinner is spread the defense out a little bit. All I'm gonna do is motion square out, put him on a slant, block the running back, block the tight end, which is X and R1, and put O on a slant. Now what I want to do to get, optimized blocking, I want to shade or slide the pass protection to the left, ID the mic to the right side of the running back. Now what I'm going to do, I'm either going to pass it to O quick, look at square, and if I don't like that, you'll have a clear sight of triangle if he's open or not. I was able to get to him while I was hit. If I wasn't hit, I mean, again, this spinner blitz is really, really good. Let's try it one more time. And let's look at that corner route first. Boom, right there. That's 20 yards right there, 15 yards. And if you keep doing that, your opponent is not going to run this spinner against you. And guess what? If he does and starts using that corner route, you're going to have crossing routes. So you have a lot of, I don't want to say a lot of options. You only have 3 routes. You need those guys blocking. But those 3 routes are tough to guard. You can't guard all of them. And the next play I want to show you is steal or dig in the trio formation. What I want to do here is block the running back, and I want to leave that tight end on a corner. But I want to put Watkins on a slant. I'll motion Watkins over. And as soon as he gets to the other side of the line, I'm snapping it. Give it to him. Right there. That's 8 yards right there. The key about beating this blitz is to hit him underneath for 5 to 10 yards, 5 to 10 yards, 5 to 10 yards, whatever. He'll get out of it. He's not going to run that every play. Every time you get 5 to 10 yards, I mean, that's how you win games right there. That's how you play real football. And once you hit those 5 to 10 yards, he's not going to go into that anymore. Then you start hitting it deep. So my favorite thing about this play is really just the route concepts. I love the corner, I love the dig, I love the post, and the comeback. But what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of one of the routes. So how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to take a square and we're going to motion him over to the O-line. And as soon as he gets to the O-line, we're going to snap the ball for some extra linemen, and that dig will be wide open right there, especially if you have a fast receiver. And also, I mean, that post route, I want to show you the instant replay here. That post route could also be open, but as you can see, I mean, he didn't get open here. But, you know, one-on-one with A.J. Brown, you might want to take that. You might want to high ball that, and he might catch that. He comes down with those types of balls. But those dig routes, man, against man, with a speedy receiver like Watkins, that's all day. Something you can also do, man. You have this corner out by the tight end. This is open right here. High ball it, boom, you're right here, you're good. That's a first. You can even put maybe A.J. Brown on a slant if you want to, coming across the field over here. Hit him quick. So things like that is how you beat spinner, and utilizing that wide receiver as a blocker can just give you that extra second to throw it down the field. And those are all the plays I got for you. I hope this helps. And one thing I do want to tell you, even if you don't use the Steeler playbook like I did here, you can still take these concepts and incorporate them into your scheme. Although playbooks are all different, you can still utilize these hot routes. You can utilize, you know, some of these formations, motion and corner routes into post routes, stuff like that. So I hope you take this, gives you some insight on how to beat these, you know, really good defenses in Madden. Let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you for watching.